Hey guys, it's the Boss Man here. I just wanted to give you guys a few quick demonstrations on different betting patterns and strategies you can use to play roulette. As you see here, we have my roulette wheel, my little roulette felt, and I got some chips here. I got about $300 in chips, 105 and 200 in greens, which are 25 a piece for those of you that don't know. So roulette's a really basic game. Obviously, you see it all the time in movies and you hear about all the time. Go put $50 on red, or you can pick a number and get a huge payday. But I want to make some videos for the younger audience of the casino and some guys that just want to get a better edge, better probability in the casino. So I'm sorry I don't have an actual camera. I'm doing this on my phone, so it is a little wobbly and is a little zoomed in and whatnot. But we'll make do, and I'll show you some good strategies. So. Obviously the first strategy is if you have all these on the bottom row. So you got the high numbers, even, black, red, odd, and low. Those pay even money. So if I put a $5 chip and it lands on 25 odd, I get one chip in return from the bank. And then those all go for the bottom row. Now you got these dozens here, as well as the columns along the side here, which means in the column you get this section or that section, whatever column you put it on, and then the dozens, you get each individual dozen. So the first dozen, 1 through 12, 13 through 24, and 25 through 36. Now, a basic strategy that I like to play is I like to pick 2 of the 3 columns, because these all columns and the dozens, they both pay 2 to 1. So we got on these 2 to 1 strategies, I got numbers 13 to 36 covered. Now with 13 to 36 covered, I have 2/3 of the board covered up, which means if it hits anywhere between 13 and 36, I'm going to lose. Let's say, for example, that it hits red 19. So I'm going to lose this bet. But this pays 2 to 1. So I go to the bank here, and I get 2 chips for my 1 in profit. So you got a 2 out of 3 chance of winning, instead of just going down here with a basic 50-50. Little less because of the double zeros. Okay, strategy, and you can also do that for the columns too. And then if you wanted to kind of martingale that system, you lose 1. So let's say it was 32. You lose those 2. Now your next, you would have to bet 3 on each. And then if one of those 2 hit, let's say it hits 27 now. Now I lose these, but that's 2 to 1. So then you get 3 there, and then the 2 that you lost, plus 1 in profit from the bank. So it's a basic strategy like that. Really increase your odds, increase your probability about 2/3 instead of 50-50 along the bottom row here. Okay, strategy number 2. You don't see this in the casino. You gotta make sure you can ask the dealer that this is a allowed bet, and you want to make sure that you know that they know that you are going on with your bets here. And these are called street bets. Now, street bet means you get numbers that are in the rows, in the street. So 1, 2, 3, that's a street. 4, 5, 6, that's a street. So if I put a chip right here on the street, you got to tell them on the street, not the dozen. Probably have to do this on the other side, because most casinos only have one side instead of a double side felt with the dozens and the even money bets down here. So let's say I want this street right here, 4, 5, and 6. Now this means that I have $5 that 4, 5, or 6 are going to come up. If you spin the wheel, 4, 5, and 6 do come up. That's an 11-1 payout. So I got 1 here, so I get 11 profit from the bank. So that's a $55 payout. Not a bad payout for that number. So theoretically, you could put a street bet on all of them, except let's say you don't think 25, 26, 27. You don't think that street's going to come up. So we'll leave that one open and then put them on that too. So now we got 11 chips out there covering all the streets but 25, 26, 27, and the 2 zeros, obviously. So you're risking 11 chips or 11 units to win 1. So let's say, bam, 32 comes up again. So now I lose all of these, but it's 11 to 1 there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is 10, plus 1 from the bank, 11. So you got 11 out of 12 chance of making 1 unit, in this case $5. Now, that's $11. That's $55 a roll. You could hit that one row or hit a zero, and you'd be screwed of all your money. So a safer bet with a lower risk than that is what's called a double street. Now, a double street, you get one less row, but when you get one less street, but you're risking half as much. So double street is you put it on the intersection between the two streets. So now, as you can see, I got the double street bets. Now, these are the ones you don't see in the casino that often, so ask the dealer if those are okay. So you can put it here and then split 25, 26, 27, 34, 35, 36, or you can move it here. It doesn't matter which two rows you come up. Obviously, if the wheel's hitting a lot of low numbers, then I'll probably cover all the low numbers and leave the high numbers up. But every spin is an independent spin, so do what you must. So as we see here, I got 1 through 24 covered again. Plus I have this double street is open. So 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. But then I have 31 through 36 covered. So now I got a 5 out of 6 chance of winning one. So let's say black 11 comes up. So I lose these 4, but it pays 5 to 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I made 1 unit of profit again. So 5 out of 6 chance on that one. Another probability on the double street bets. Make sure you ask your dealer if that is a-okay before you actually attempt those bets, because you don't want to get them confused with dozen bets. Okay, the next one is the one my brother really likes. Is this felt's backwards. Sorry, cheap felts, cheap wheel. You got to do what you can with it. Okay, so one that my brother likes to use is it's called the. Well, I didn't really have a name for it actually, but what you do is you put 1 chip on the dozen here for 1 through 12, so you got those numbers covered. Then you put 2 chips or 2 units on 19 through 36. So through 19 and 36, so 19 all the way to 36, I got covered, and I got 1 through 12 covered. Now, if I spin the wheel, and let's say number 2 hits, then I lose these 2 because it's not 19 through 36, but I win 2 because of the 2 to 1 payout here, and I break even. Now, by keeping that there, let's say it hits anywhere between 19 and 36. Let's say 29. It hits 29. I'm going to lose this dozen bet, but I'm going to win 1 profit from the bank. So that is the one strategy that will cover the most numbers for you. That will cover the most numbers for you with the least amount of units bet. That's why my brother likes that one. And you know, you'll push every time in here. You won't lose any money. You won't make any money. And then anything on this half, you will win. But you know, as I'll show you here, is 19 through 36, 1 through 12. That leaves a double street open, 13 through 18. So it's less risky, but let's say you wanted to spice this up a few more units to make a profit either way. You put 3 on 19 through 36 and 2 on that first dozen. So now, let's say that 11 hits. Now I lose these 3 again because they're not 19 through 36, but it's 2 to 1 payout here. So then there's those 3, plus you get 1 from the bank. So bam, risking 5 units to win 6. Now you can also do that vice versa. You can put 2 chips on the big dozen, on the third dozen, and then 3 chips on the 1 through 18. And that way you have 1 through 18 covered, and then 25 through 36. Now that leaves a double street of 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 open to lose, plus the green 0 whammies. But that's basic roulette strategy right there. I will show you one more. If you want the best probability, obviously you're going to have to risk 35 units. Basic common sense math. You put a chip on every single number except, let's say, 21. Then any number that comes up, as long as it's not 21 or 0, you'll win 1 unit. So you have a 35 out of 38 chance of winning. I don't know what that is, around 92, 93, 94%. So very high risk with a low reward of just one unit of $5. But you know, if you do that with $20 chips, then you're probably gonna make a lot of money real quick. Do that 3 rolls, you're up $60. Wow. So and then another one that a little less, half that bet is what you do is you do split bets. So you cover up 2 of the numbers. So and you do that for all split combinations. Let's say you hate number 25. So you can choose, do you want 25 and 26 not covered or 25 and 28? Just for this video, I'll just leave it like this so you understand. So now I got all the numbers covered, 1 through 36 except 25 and 28. Now I got 0 and 00 still open. So I got there's 4 numbers that could bust you, and there's 34 numbers that can win you a unit of profit. So it's like covering up all the numbers except 1. It's cut in half. So yes, you know, it's half the bet. You're risking 17 instead of 35, but you're also giving up 1 number. Because when you had covered all 35 or 36, you had 1 number open and the zeros. Here you got 2 zeros open and 25 and 28 open to bust you. But that's what you get for betting half as much. You take on a little more risk. So those are some basic strategies, guys, for roulette. There's a ton more. I can make another video if you guys feel that's something that you would like to have. Please check out my other videos. I'll be doing some stuff with blackjack and craps, as well as another video on how to beat the casino and just some different strategies, advice, and some tips for the young gamblers that want to make some money in the casino when they grow up. And any questions, any comments, please comment. I will respond to all comments and questions. So good luck, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.